Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the WaxMode channel. And in today's video I'm going to be working with the CarPro CQuartz UK paint coating. This is a semi-permanent silicon dioxide based coating that is very popular with both professionals and consumers. And CQuartz UK here is a part of their consumer line of coatings. And what they did with this version is improved how it applies to the paint, specifically in colder environments. So that's in comparison to the standard base CQuartz coating. Now with the UK version here, you can also apply it in hot and humid environments too. I'm in Central Florida, so I've got high heat, high humidity as well. And this is working just fine on the paint. CarPro advertises up to 2 years of durability out of CQuartz UK. And a 30 milliliter size bottle is going to run you about $50. You can also get the kit, which includes the Reload Silica Spray Sealant here, for about $60. And this puts it very competitively priced against other lines of coatings like Geon and Gtechniq and Optimum. CQuartz certainly advertises a great amount of performance for a relatively lower price. And so in this video I'm going to show you guys a baseline water result for CQuartz UK and show you how it behaves in the short term. I've prepped the paint using CarPro's own CarPro Essence. And without going too heavy into details, CarPro Essence is a light finishing polish that is basically a primer for the CQuartz coatings. And so what I'm doing here for this test is substituting M205 from Meguiar's with CarPro Essence. And then after using Essence, I applied CarPro Eraser on the paint. This is their oil and polish cleaner. Then I applied CQuartz UK to the paint, and on the left side of the panel, after the 1 hour mark that CQuartz UK was curing to the panel, I applied CarPro Reload to it, which is something that they recommend in the instructions. And on the right side of the panel, I have just CQuartz UK by itself. And these types of coatings have a minimum cure period that they don't like to get wet, they don't like to be exposed to heavy elements very soon after applying it to the paint. They like to sit for a little bit. So I've given CQuartz 72 hours here before this first initial rinse. Okay, once again I have applied CQuartz UK to the entire test hood here. And on just the left side of the panel I've applied CarPro Reload after the 1 hour mark. And what I'm interested in seeing is if there's any difference with the water behavior when we apply Reload so quickly after applying CQuartz UK. So CQuartz UK is still soft on the paint at that point, it's not fully hardened. Is that going to have an impact with the water behavior here? And the paint certainly looks really good. I mean, we're not losing any gloss going with the coating compared to a regular wax or sealant. The gloss is still at a very high level with these coatings. One of the things we are losing is the amount of slickness that these have on the paint. Your regular waxes and sealants are going to be much more slicker feeling compared to these types of coatings. And that's going to be one incentive right there to use something like Reload after applying the coating, is that's going to help bring out a lot more slickness compared to just leaving CQuartz UK by itself. And this is just crazy hydrophobic. I mean, I just love seeing this on the paint. And on the outside of the box, you can see they advertise a 110-degree contact angle. So if you take an individual bead of water, you can measure that angle for how tight it is. And so we're at a 110-degree contact angle. That's one of the best on the market. You're not going to find very many coatings that are going to outbead and sheet CQuartz UK. It's still not super hydrophobic though. So super hydrophobicity is the point to where the contact angle of the water bead is at 150 degrees. So we're nowhere near that, but this is still very, very good, especially for a product that's going to leave a glossy and relatively slick or smooth surface. And so in order for us to get to that super hydrophobic level, we need something like reduced gloss and a nano-based texture that's going to boost and push up that water bead to make it super tight. So that's why we haven't seen something like Never Wet or other super hydrophobic based coatings on the market, is because they need that texture, and in order to get that texture you're going to have a very cloudy looking coating. And so it just doesn't work for glossy paints. And taking a look at the Reload side, where Reload was applied 1 hour after applying CQuartz UK, there's been a very minimal impact that I can tell with the water behavior. So this is very good. And if you know you're not going to have the time or the space to be able to allow the CQuartz to cure properly outside of the elements, or you know it's going to be raining soon, just go ahead and apply Reload afterwards and you're going to be fine. So CQuartz UK has been a very good coating. It's very price competitive. It does not require a topping coating in order to get the hydrophobic behavior. You know, a lot of these coatings on the market, they do require a secondary top coat. It has great self-cleaning abilities, which leads to easier maintenance washes over the months, better gloss retention over the months compared to waxes and sealants. this is a great coating. Alright, so one of the questions is going to be, how are we going to maintain CQuartz UK over the months and years? And I recommend CarPro Reload as your primary maintenance product. This is going to maintain the slickness and also keep up on the extreme beading. Now, CarPro did come out with Essence Plus. This is a non-abrasive coating repair product, and I would only recommend applying this if you've gotten wash-induced marring or some heavier swirls that you want to fill in or cover up. Essence Plus is going to do a good job at that, but it's going to completely remove the crazy hydrophobic properties of CQuartz UK. And that's one of the misconceptions about coatings, is they're going to completely prevent swirling or wash-induced marring. They don't do that. They might reduce the chances of that happening, but if your wash process is bad, you're still going to get scratches through the coating itself. So I would only recommend Essence Plus as a last resort. Another point I want to make is products like Essence and CarPro Eraser, these are not mandatory products to use prior to applying CQuartz UK. You can get away with using a regular finishing polish like Meguiar's M205 to prep the paint, as well as using an IPA wipe down. How truly clean the paint needs to be in order for these coatings to stick to the surface is debatable. You only get 2 uses out of a 30 milliliter size bottle, so you want to maximize your prep in order to extend the durability to its maximum. But as far as using a specific polish, CQuartz UK is not picky. Okay, so this is a 7-month durability test between CQuartz UK, Gtechniq EXO V3, and the older version of McKee's 37 paint coating. And on the driver's side door here, I have CQuartz UK, and you can see the beading and sheeting is still performing at a very high level. This car is also a daily driver. It sits outside the entire time. It's not being garaged during this durability test. The rear door here has Gtechniq EXO V3 applied, and this is also a very strong performer. And no sorts of detailer sprays or spray sealants have been applied on top of it. No wash and wax products at all. I've washed the paint using only Meguiar's Hyperwash. And on the rear quarter panel section here is the McKee's 37 paint coating. This is the older version. I just did a video on the new SiO2 enhanced version, which I believe we're going to see a much stronger durability compared to what we're seeing right here. There's a small section that is barely surviving on it. You can just see where the water is breaking right there. On the rear bumper here, I have Blackfire Crystal Coat applied, probably about 4 months ago, I believe, at this point. You can see where it's not repelling at that edge line of the bumper. That's actually where I test products to let them cure without buffing it off, to see how that impacts the water behavior and see how that impacts how difficult it is to remove that from the paint. And back to CQuartz UK here at the driver's side door. Now, this was not maintained with Reload over the months. I did not apply Reload an hour after applying CQuartz UK to the paint as well. This is just straight up CQuartz UK. And so these coatings are no joke. I mean, the durability is going to last much longer than products like Wolfgang Deep Gloss Paint Sealant, Jescar Power Lock Plus, Sonax Polymer Net Shield. They do not stand a chance against the coatings like CQuartz UK and Gtechniq EXO V3. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video review of CQuartz UK. I'm going to have the Gtechniq EXO V3 as well as Crystal Serum Light coming up in the future. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.